Well, hello YouTube. Working on a '02 Volvo S60 with a shifting flare that is well documented. If you're having problems, do a little bit of research on the internet. You're going to find out a ton of information about the 3 linear solenoids that this transmission contains. So, I have this thing torn apart, and it is an S60, and yes, the subframe is in the way, but it's not that in the way that I can't get it apart. Unbolt the front of the subframe. Right here, I have a socket stuck in between the frame and the subframe. And sorry it's a little bit dark on my video, but up in here I have, two of the solenoids in, the black and the blue. But the green one I still have out. I'm working on that one. But a lot of the failures are in these solenoids, and I'm trying to get solenoids from another transmission, from another Volvo, and they're not fitting right because of the way they plug in with the electrical. And I didn't take the wiring harness, which comes in right in between those two bolt holes, that little rubber boot, that black rubber boot. It comes in, and this plug doesn't reach on the new used solenoid that I got. So be careful if you're buying these off of eBay. Rostra is a great name from what I hear, and I'm going to try and post you a picture, or I'll just explain to you how Rostra designs the back cap of their solenoid. Basically, I was watching a video on YouTube of a guy that rebuilt these solenoids, and what he did was he would cut the cap off the back, grind it off, and take this cap off, and then press a new one on after he was done rebuilding it. And if I still have my green one apart here, forget what he called it inside of here. There's a cylinder in here that moves, and you can hear it. Very nice and clean, snappy. Well, it wasn't like that when I first got to it. It was full of dark gray crap. And people might say, well, if it was full of dark gray crap, they're done, and so is your transmission. Well, if they're done and so is my transmission, then I'm going to rebuild them and throw them back in, and not spend $125 on new ones, or $200 on new ones. But my theory here is car runs great when it's cold. Shifts great in the highway. Just doesn't like when it gets really hot in town. So this is an original. This is a Volvo. And you'll notice when you hold the green plug straight up, the drain hole is over here on the right hand side where I'm tapping my finger. That drain hole is supposed to point straight down when it's mounted in the vehicle, which is all well and good because my wiring harness reaches it when it's mounted just like this. However, the replacement that I got, when the drain hole is mounted straight down and the drain hole is right next to the plug on this one, now my wiring harness will not reach. So be careful if you're buying new ones, whether they're going to fit or not, or if you're going to take a wiring harness from another transmission or the junkyard or whatever you're going to do, or cut the plug off and extend it 2 inches. I don't care. Just watch what you're doing. Also, this is an original Volvo, solid cap on the back.